tonight on Fast Reviews Done Fast, we're going to be looking at the KV5. It's currently on sale in the premium shop for the 5th anniversary, and I figured, being that it's a fairly rare tank, some people might be buying it, so I figured I'd do a review. First of all, the armor, let's take a look at real quick here. Hold on one second. So, here is the armor profile. Basically, the upper plate is about 290, as you can see. It's pretty much an auto bounce. This beak right here, yeah, you don't want to hit that. That's actually, it doesn't show it as spaced armor, but it's 2 layers of armor there. You can't really see it in here, but the lower plate is not as well angled, but about 210. You've got these two. This is the radio man. It's his machine gun port, and this is the driver's cupola here. But if you're going up against this is what you want to shoot, obviously. About 140, so just about anything that you're going to meet in this tank will be able to penetrate you. Even most of your, tier 7, some of your tier 6 light tanks, I don't know, might not be able to. They may bounce off from it just because of a slight bit of an angle or something like that. But the driver's side is about 180, as you can see. It gets a little steeper as it goes around. Same thing with this, though. You want to, if you're facing this, shoot it dead center. Don't, or aim dead center at least. The farther out you get, obviously, the sharper the angle is. The turret itself, as you can see on these cheeks out here, you can see they're pretty well angled. So, and don't aim here. You can penetrate through here. It's 180 on each side. And, if you're lucky enough to get into here, maybe you're aiming for this, and you hit here, you'll be able to penetrate that as well at 180, but don't hit the mantlet. That's getting a little thicker, and then once you actually get toward the center of the gun there, it's, as per usual, it's pretty thick. You can go through the cupolas on the turret as well, but this one over here is pretty easy to hit. As you can see, it's pretty good size. This one has a bit of an angle here, and this area is pretty small. So this and this is basically what you want to try and hit. The side, if you can shoot the side, obviously it's pretty pinnable at 150, and it's fairly large, especially back here. But you can hit the track area here, and it'll go through. The turret is basically the same all the way around. Doesn't matter what angle or what side you're on. It's 180, except when you're facing this. But if you're facing him like this, it's still 180. So if you can pin the front, you can pin the sides just as easily. You'll see a lot of KV5 drivers trying to, and this is a tip for people who are just buying it, reverse side scrape. You can see how the turret is more toward the front of the tank anyway. So if you come around a corner like this, let me put it right about there. You can see it's pretty much an auto bounce as well. You're looking at 300, and the farther back you go, the higher it gets, obviously. So, and you can you can hide this by doing that. You can see it's, even at this, they're going to have a hard time hitting this at this angle, and if they do, chances are they're going to bounce off from it anyway. So you hide this behind a building, this side scrape around, and that's a technique a lot of you'll see a lot of people use, or a fair amount of people. Not a lot of people. Some people don't realize it, but if you can do it from this side, it's even better, because then you don't have the driver's cupola there, and you definitely don't have the radio man, his machine gun port. So anyway, the back side, you want to keep this as well hidden as possible. try and keep that behind the building. You can even, you know, at that angle there, this is still a bounce. That's pretty, you know, 370 going back here, 380, 390, 330 here. So you can angle, you know, pretty well. You can keep this behind a building. You can keep this covered up with your turret. They're going to have a hard time pinning you. So, anyway. The gun itself is the tragedy of this tank. It's only 167 pin for the AP. 300 alpha, which is decent, you know, for tier 8. That's not bad. It's getting close to, you know, the Tiger with its second gun, the 105 millimeter, I think, has 320. So I mean, you know, 300 pin or 300 damage isn't bad. It's just the penetration is really poor. 167, that's below like Super Pershing, which has poor penetration. So 215 with the APCR, which is still not that good, really. I mean, if you want to use it, you know, be my guest. I don't carry any. I just carry mostly AP, a little bit HE. So the dispersion, I believe, is what 0.43, and rate of fire is 7. Aim time is 2.9. Hit points are also a good thing on this tank. 1780. Top speed is 40. You can get up there. I mean, 35 to 38. You're going to see fairly regularly. I'm sure it hits 40, but it takes a little while to get up there. For 100 tons, you know, 1200 is pretty good, but it still seems a bit sluggish, and it's mostly because the traverse speed is only 18. You know, when you're trying to turn in this thing, it just seems like it takes forever. The turret traverse is 21, so that's not much better. And view range, as you can see, with a pretty good crew. I mean, you know, I'm almost to the second skill. A decent crew. It's only 360. So that's with 86% on my situational awareness. So it's Russian though, so you can't expect too much, I guess. Signal range, nobody cares about. So what else is there? That's about it. I don't carry any equipment. So with a gun rammer, you know, I'm at 8.22. Reload time with a gun rammer, you'd be looking at about 7.6 roughly, 7.5 something. So pretty good reload. It's just that the lack of penetration is a hindrance. So anyway, let's get into a battle and see how we do. So the one really good thing about this tank is it's got preferential matchmaking. You're never going to see a tier 10, because a tier 10 would wreck you anyway. It doesn't have quite that good of armor. As you can see, the traverse speed is just really slow. So we'll see what we can, you know, speed going up this little incline here. I might reach 20. No, it don't look like it. But we've definitely got the heavy advantage here. And we have no artillery, which is the saving grace of this map, or this match, I should say. Because this thing, it's got, you know, a pretty good footprint here. And that back deck is pretty weak. So we're going to see what we can do. The armor should hold up against these guys. As you can see, there's another KV-5 on the other side. We're probably going to have a hard time pinning each other, unless he's running gold. So man down there, huh? Oh, right there. I missed the little clutch shot there. This guy's gunning for me big time here. And track eats it. So hopefully the armor holds up. It usually does pretty well. he was able to hit my R2-D2 there, as I call it. CDC's got enough penetration. I don't have anybody that is helping me on the backside here. I don't know what this prototype is necessarily looking at, so I'm going to try and help the city basically here a little bit. Oh, there goes the prototype. I don't know, this team seems to be faltering a little bit. And as you can see, the gun depression on this tank is pretty poor. Your radio man is going to get taken out quite often. And I got to repair my gun. This T-34, I have no idea what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing back there, so. Put a good one into the backside of the CDC there. Went high. So I gotta go help this IS-3 out. I don't know what is going on over on this flank here. Yeah, that T-34 has just basically been useless. Got a tank like that and it's doing nothing. So now I'm kind of screwed over here. All by myself. He's gonna run into the wrong dude. I don't know what he was thinking. The KV-5 is known for its ramming prowess. It's a 100-ton tank, so I don't know. I only had 9 health left, but even if he would have had probably 150, I would have killed him. So, or even 200. But anyway, back to the garage. So here are the results for the battle there. Ended up second in experience, 1,494 damage. Blocked 1,680. So as you can see, against tier 8s, the tank is pretty reliable for the most part. I mean, it's kind of getting flanked on 2 sides there. So I was trying to split between the 2 of them toward the end there, and you know, no matter what I did, it's basically not going to work. So ended up making 36,788 credits. So pretty good for the. I didn't miss any. Pinned everything that I hit. So you know, which is kind of odd because it's only 167 penetration. So, but there was a lot of mediums on the other side. So that's probably. I mean, take a look here. Yeah, that's all I hit were mediums and this Jagdpanther at the end. And I hit him from the side, I think, 1 shot. So, I don't know. This is kind of deceptive. Normally, you won't be like that. You may get off like 10 to 12 shots. You may hit 9 of them, and usually you might pin 5 or something like that, you know, or 4. So anyway, 1,107 total experience with a personal reserve bonus of 100%. So it would have normally been 580. Anyway, let us take it out one more time here and see if we can get a better matchup. So here we are on Fiery Salient. Neither of these maps are ideal for this tank. It's more suited for city fighting. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm going to go up here into the E6 area, kind of sit behind this rise and hope that something either comes into the cap circle there, or I can fire up onto the hill. But hopefully I can hide my lower or my hull basically, and not take too much damage. They do have artillery, although it's only one, so it's not bad, I guess. Better than nothing. Well, it would be better to have nothing, but that's better than more. So, and the CDC hopefully doesn't ruin my game by sitting here scraping into me the whole time. So maybe I might see something coming over the tracks there, but it doesn't look like it. And artillery's probably going to shoot at me anytime. So let me get down. Yep, there she goes. And took out a loader. Which is kind of odd, because usually I don't lose anything like that. Usually it's going to be your radio man that goes first. Man, I'm just shooting high for some reason. And there's artillery once again. Got the side of my turret there. Yeah. I was looking the wrong direction. And that one's low. Man. At least you can tell the turret on this is just about, I mean, on tier 8s, you're not bulletproof, but we're racking up the something is hitting, looks like my turret, or my driver's, sorry, my machine gun port there. So now I need to, I haven't made a single shot on anybody. Missed a couple shots. Gonna have to hide a little bit now. And he's down back behind that crest, so. Oh. Yeah, he's too low. But at least he's spotted, so he's probably thinking, oh, man, just not getting the brakes here. Put a shot into the 5100. Yeah, I don't know. They're certainly flanking down our... Trying to keep moving here. There goes the 1390, so hopefully I can... He's a little shifty. I don't know if it's just me or what the deal is tonight. There's one shot into him at least. A little bit below average roll. And Tiger P must have put a shot into my... I was probably broad-faced onto him like that, and he just shot into my turret. I don't know who the Oni's talking to. win by cap. You're never going to win by cap. Highly doubt that. But not a very good game overall. Should be able to pepper that Tiger 1 pretty well. This Comet, I don't know what, you know, why he's just sitting there in the cap. I have no idea. He should be helping this guy. There we go. We're gonna win this, but at least I hope. This is funny here. I don't know. We may not win this. Got this Comet here sitting here doing nothing. Yeah, he's ammo racked, I guess, but still. Reed just needs to stay hidden, and we'll have this. Because the IS-6 is doing the brunt of the work here. Now, don't go shooting, that's just dumb. So needless to say, not the greatest game on my part. Only ended up with 615 damage, but we ended up blocking 4,240 and spotted 1,533. So we ended up with 42,839 credits. You can see some of those shots on that 1390 were pretty poor, but he was, I don't know, he was being jittery for some reason, so I don't know if my connection is a little poor tonight or what the deal is, but maybe it was on his side. Anyway, 3,280 credits, or sorry, experience, with the ×3 and the bonus there. So, as you can see, the armor holds up pretty well. Both games, blocking left and right pretty much. And it's just the gun is the only downside to this. But if you're thinking about picking it up, it's $55 basically for a fully loaded one, with the gun rammer and I think it's vents and vertical stabilizer. Or you can $35 for just the tank and a garage slot. So if you're thinking about picking it up, which it used to be, I don't know. It used to be a lot funner tank to play. I've played, I don't know, 100 and some games in this, and over the last maybe 6 months, it just doesn't seem as good as it used to be. So, I mean, the armor is still good, but overall it just doesn't seem to be what it used to be. So, but it's a fairly rare tank still, and you know, if you've got the opportunity and you're looking to get a premium tank, especially a heavy for the Russian side here, this would probably this or the IS-6, but for $35, that's pretty cheap. I think I got it for like $49 or something like that. So, but it's a good pickup. It's still fun to play. It's just not what it used to be. So, anyway, you guys have a good one. I appreciate you hanging out and watching a little fast reviews done fast, and we shall see you next time.